Before I forget everything else, let me congratulate Abbotsford on your 40-year anniversary. We thank God for you. Now, our journey began in 1996 with Lynette being invited by an old school friend to come and attend church with her. She came obediently, liked the culture of this church, and it became a home. And while she was enjoying church, I was enjoying home. And she relentlessly troubled me week in and week out to attend a new home. And eventually I came. In 1997, God touched me in this place. There was a preacher that seemed to have come out of nowhere, preached a message, and God touched my heart. I couldn't sleep that evening. Got up in the morning, gave my life to Jesus, and like the saying goes, my life was never the same again. At that time, myself and Annette were married for 10 years, going through 10 turbulent years, not knowing anything better than trying to raise two beautiful kids, my son Luther and his sister Stacy. And it was just a time of confusion for me. I've seen church, I've been to church, visited church, and I didn't like what I saw. So my thinking was, nothing will change in your life. But in Abbotsford, I found a family who would basically accept us the way we were. A lot of rough edges, confusion, very critical. I accused Lynette almost for a whole year of things that I was seeing, why she would come to this church, not attend one of our churches where we lived. But she continually gave me one answer. She said, Selwyn, I found God here. And exactly a year later, I'm answering the same question. We were here because I found God here. And we had to answer that question many times as we were asked, why there and not here? And that's our answer, we found God here. I rapidly rose through the leadership ranks and started here as a cell member, became a cell leader, became an elder, all in the space of a year. And being part of this eldership for 5 years basically taught me everything about church that I now know. I was fortunate to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And through it all, God chose to shape us. After a full 5 years of being part of the eldership at Abbotsford, God called us back to Buffalo Flats, where we grew up. Spoke to the leader at that time, Pastor Marius, and amazingly, when I approached him and said, we need to go back, he said, I know. So he affirmed that, and we found ourselves in Buffalo Flats, starting church, 2 novices with a few pensioners and a few young people made to start church. But the foundation was laid. The foundation was laid, and we made a vow to God that we'll do what He tells us to do. With no arrogance, but lots of humility and an ear to take advice from those who are well-meaning. So He called us back to lead a ministry in Buffalo Flats. And believe it or not, the exact place we have our church building was prophesied over us, Maureen. in the year 2000 at Little Falls Christian Center, Pastor Harold Weitz prophesied exactly where we would be and in whose community we would be. So we thank God for him. We as a ministry celebrate our 21st year of existence this year. And thank God for the many lost souls that we could point to Christ. And we're still going strong by the grace of God. Now, although we are an autonomous church ministry, our strong bond with you, Abbotsford, is in the understanding of the family concept. Namely, allowing your leader at the time, who was Pastor Marius, to plant us out as a seed, in actual fact as a son, and allowing us to grow independently, Pastor Marius, and mature separately in the things of God. For that we say thank you for trusting us. Thank you for affirming us. Thank you for planting us. Our journey started with you, Abbotsford, and we want to acknowledge the role you played in our individual lives. Thank you for affirming us when you saw what God saw in us. You supported us in the best way you could at the time. You've always had your doors and your hearts open to us. Once again, on behalf of Christian Center Buffalo Flats, we are saying, glory to God in the highest for the things He has done in you and is still doing through you. Our love and many blessings to you all. May God bless you.